All right, chess fans, welcome back to Chestiny. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our crazy chess breakdowns. We got a wild one today, a chess 960 brawl between Maxter 23, white 1976 yellow, and FormerProdigy black 2535 yellow. You know what that yellow difference means, right? FormerProdigy is hungry. Let's dive into this chaotic masterpiece. Round 1, the opening shenanigans. 1 G4. White kicks things off with G4. Whoa! Talk about a flank attack right out of the gate. My computer is saying F4 was better. But hey, you gotta be bold in 960. 1 E5, and FormerProdigy says, hold my beer. Straight for the center. No nonsense. Love it. 2 BG2, Maxter 23 brings a bishop out, trying to control that long diagonal. But at this point, it feels a little like he's just hoping something sticks. 2 F6. Oh, that's a funky pawn move by black. My engine thought H5 was the way to go, but F6 gives that E5 pawn some extra juice. Chess 960, baby. It's all about calculated chaos. 3 A4. White goes for the queenside expansion. Are they trying to create a two-front war? Or just hoping to distract FormerProdigy from the center? 3 A5 black mirrors, shutting down any immediate queenside advances. Smart. No silly business on this side of the board. 4 NC3. Maxter 23 brings a knight into the fray. Finally, some development. The engine suggests H4, but bringing a knight to the center is always a good idea. For H5, and FormerProdigy goes for throat. A kingside pawn push. This is going to get spicy. 5 H3. White tries to stem the tide on the kingside, but this feels like a bit of retreat. 5 HXG4. Black just smashes through. Open up the H file. This is going to get spicy. 6 HXG4. White recaptures. Open the H file even more. You just know FormerProdigy is licking their chops. 6 QXH1. Oh, the queen sacrifice. FormerProdigy just snatches a rook. My jaw's on the floor. The engine loves it. What do you think of this queen sacrifice? Let me know in the comments below. 7 BXH1. Maxter 23 has to take, obviously. But at what cost? Black is up a rook for a pawn. This is a bloodbath already. 7 C6. FormerProdigy consolidates, preparing to develop the knight and secure the center. Just chilling after that queen for rook trade. 8 E4. White pushes their e-pawn, trying to create some counterplay, but it feels a bit late. 8 N6. Black brings a knight to a beautiful central square. This is starting to look like a clinic. Mid-game mayhem. 9 N1E2. Maxter 23 brings another knight into the game, trying to get some pieces developed. The clock is ticking. 9 BC5. FormerProdigy's bishop is eyeing that juicy F2 square. Dangerous. 10 ND1. White retreats a knight. It's like they're playing defense with every move. 10-7. Black brings another piece into the attack. He's just swarming. 11 N3. Maxter 23 tries to find a better spot for the knight, but it's like musical chairs on the back rank. 11 and F4. FormerProdigy brings a knight to a monster square. This is going to be a tough nut to crack for white. 12 Oh, Maxter 23 castles queenside. Try and get the king to safety, but it feels like he's running out of squares. 12 and H3. Black brings another piece to the kingside. Maxter 23 must be feeling the heat. 13 BG2. White tries to clear out the knight, but it's a desperate attempt. 13 and XG1. FormerProdigy exchanges. Good for him, getting rid of a piece that might have helped white. 14 RXG1. Maxter 23 recaptures. It started to look like a cleanup operation for black. 14 KC7. FormerProdigy gets the king to safety. Smart, secure the win. 15 G5. White pushes a pawn. Still trying to make something happen, but it feels a bit futile. 15 B6. black's bishop develops, putting pressure on white's king side. 16. Ing 3, Master 23 tries to develop a piece, but it's still a struggle. 16. FXG5, FormerProdigy just busts open the king side. This is going to be a quick one. 17. NGF5, white tries to create some counterplay with a knight, but it's not enough. 17. NXF5, black exchanges, simplifying the position and consolidating his material advantage. 18. X5, white recaptures. The pawn structure is looking a little messy now. 18. BF7, black brings a bishop back to a safe square, preparing for the endgame. 19. BF3, white develops a bishop, try and get some pieces in the game. 19. B7, black develops a bishop, bringing another piece to the party. 20. D4, white pushes a pawn. Try to create some counterplay, but it's too little, too late. 20 XD for black just takes. The center is completely open. 21 RXD for white recaptures. The rooks are coming out. 21 BF6, black's bishop is now on a beautiful diagonal, eyeing white's king. 22 RD2, Maxter 23 tries to move the rook to a safer square, but it's like playing whack-a-mole. 22 D5, FormerProdigy pushes another pawn. The net is closing in. If you're enjoying this commentary and want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon for exclusive content and early access to videos. 23. Ing 4. White tries to get some pieces on the board, but it's not enough. 23. RH8. Black brings a rook to the open H file. This is going to be brutal. The grand finale. 24. RD1. Maxter 23 tries to bring another rook to the center, but it's too late. 24. Rad8. FormerProdigy brings another rook to the party. White is surrounded. 25. KB1. Maxter 23 tries to get the king to safety, but there's nowhere to run. 25. RH3. Black brings a rook to the third rank. This is a mating net. 26. BG2. White tries to block, but it's like putting a band-aid on a gushing wound. 26. RH4. Black brings a rook closer to the king. The end is nigh. 27. BF3. Maxter 23 tries to defend, but it's a losing battle. 27 BH5. Black brings the bishop closer. The queen is coming. 28. RG1. White tries to defend, but it's a futile attempt. 28. Re8. Black brings the other rook to the E file. Maxter 23 is trapped. 29. BD1. White tries to escape, but there's nowhere to go. 29. Re4. Black brings a rook even closer. This is a masterpiece of a mating attack. 30. NXF6. White tries to take a piece, but it's a desperate attempt. 30 GXF6. Black recaptures, opening up the G file for the final attack. 31. BXH5. White takes the bishop, but it's too late. 31. RXH5. Black recaptures with the rook. The H file is open. 32. F3. White tries to block, but it's a losing battle. 32. RF4. Black brings the rook to the F file. Maxter 23 is going to get checkmated. 33. 1 rupee. White tries to defend, but it's a futile attempt. 33. RH7. Black brings a rook to the 7th rank. The end is near. 34. Re6. White tries to create some counterplay, but it's too late. 34 RXF5. Black takes the pawn. This is a decisive blow. 35. RD3. White tries to defend, but it's a losing battle. 35. KD7. Black brings the king to safety. Smart, secure the win. 36. 1 rupee. White tries to defend, but it's a futile attempt. 36. RF4. Black brings a rook to the F file. Maxter 23 is going to get checkmated. 37. RB3. White tries to escape, but there's nowhere to go. 37. KD6. Black brings the king to safety. Smart, secure the win. 38. Re8. White tries to defend, but it's a futile attempt. 38. Rixaw 4. Black takes the rook. This is a decisive blow. 39. RF8. White tries to escape, but there's nowhere to go. 39 RH1 hashtag checkmate. FormerProdigy delivers the final blow. What a spectacular finish. What a game, folks. FormerProdigy showed us why he's rated so high with that clinical performance. From the early queen for rook sacrifice to the relentless kingside attack, this was a masterclass in aggressive chess. Maxer 23 put up a fight, but black was just too strong today. If you love this wild ride, smash that like button, and as always, follow me on Twitter for daily chess puzzles and updates. See you next time, chess fanatics.